All right. Hey, y'all. Hey, everybody. Hi. Let me try to see if I can bring this down a little bit because I am lower. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening, you guys. Good evening. Good evening. I am so glad you guys decided to join us. This has nothing to do with majorette at all, as we know it, as we normally know. That's what my podcast is. This is a special night that I'm just doing a podcast as for your very first time, very first time. I am your brand new 2024 Miss Black Continental at large, or for some others, they may say Miss Black Continental Plus, you guys. It has been a journey for me. For those that have been following me regarding as far as in how I've been getting prepared and doing pageants. This would have been this actually is my sixth pageant. I have competed at Peach State. I started my pageant journey last January. Wow. Last January, I actually started my my pageant life here in Atlanta, Georgia. And it has been an experience, for to say the least. And everything that you do, trust and believe, it does not go in vain. Everything that you do is not in vain. For those that have been following me on my Jasmine Lopez page, you guys have those that have donated. All of you guys' donations have led up to this moment. I am ecstatic. Black Continental is one of the top pageants here in Atlanta. They have been around. They have been around for about 20 to 25 years. So it is a very, very big deal. It is a big deal to me. It is a big deal to the majorette community, because everything that I have learned, everything that I have been able to obtain, and everything that I'm able to grasp, every single thing that I have learned on this journey going into the winning circle has not gone in vain, because now I'm able to give back to something that I do hold dear to me, which is majorette. So you guys are going to make sure that y'all want to stay tuned, because the queen has something up her sleeve. I am going to still do the scholarships, but I'm going to make the girls work a little hard for the scholarships. So we will be introducing in 2025, we will be introducing It's Showtime Scholarship Pageant. How exciting is that? How exciting is it for me to be able to give back to you, to the youth, not only to the youth, but give back to the dance community in my own way. So now that I've known what it takes to actually be determined and actually go through the process. When I say go through the process, I mean going through the highs, going through the lows, going through the good, going through the bad, going through everything that I have experienced competing in pageant. You guys, I competed last year. Again, this will be my sixth pageant. The five pageants I did prior to winning Miss Black Continental. I did Peach State Newcomer. At the Peach State Newcomer, I did try out Metro to be Miss Metro Newcomer. After Miss Metro Newcomer, I actually went to Charlotte, North Carolina to compete in a pageant out there in Charlotte, North Carolina. Then after that, I came back and I competed for Miss Peach State Plush. And then after Miss Peach State Plush, before Peach State Plush, I actually also did Empire. And after I did Empire, I went to Peach State Plush. After Peach State Plush, I actually went to Peach State Plus. And then that was the final draw. That was just like, okay, do I want to do pageants anymore? Do I want to invest this money? And let me tell you guys, investing, it's a sacrifice. I'm gonna be, y'all know I'm 100% transparent. There have been times that I have dipped into my bill money. There has been times that I've taken from my company, finances that was set aside for something for my company and invested into this. And those that are very close to me knows the sacrifices that I have made. It's a sacrifice. And all I can tell you guys is if you are sowing your seed, if you are sowing into fertile ground, it will come back to you 100-fold. You guys, let me tell y'all, I literally got prepared for this pageant in 2 days. I got the phone call. I actually knew about the pageant coming up, but I did not know specifically it was last weekend. I just knew it was coming out, knew it soon. And I talked to the queen from Newcomer that actually just stepped down, Journey. Talked to Journey and Journey Davenport. I'm sorry, she's from Texas. Journey Davenport, and I was just having just conversation with her. Just hey, this is your step down. I'm going to come and support you. I'm going to come and see you. I want to actually be there to support you. And she was like, Jasmine. She was like, why don't you compete? And I was like, no, I think I'm gonna give it a break a little bit, because again, I got discouraged because going through what I went through in those other pageants, and not saying that the other pageants were bad. It had to take for me to go through that to be able to accept the fact that you have to keep pushing. You have to keep going. You cannot get defeated. You cannot beat yourself up. When it's your time, it's going to be your time. And honestly, to be honest with you guys, I literally felt like, okay, is this what I got to work with? If this is what I have to look forward to, I don't want to do it no more. Because if I'm investing myself and I don't feel like I'm getting a return on my investment, we're human, so naturally gonna be like, oh, we're not gonna do that no more. We're not gonna go back, because the simple fact that it's not worth it. But it is. Literally, you guys, I prepared for this pageant in 2 days. This is not a mediocre pageant. This is a top pageant. This is one of the highlight pageants in Atlanta, Georgia. And so I just I sat there, and I literally was in my bed. I had a whole bonnet on, talking to Journey, which is the previous queen for Miss Black Continental newcomer. And just talking to her. And then I end up talking to my good Judy Diamond Carrington, who just also stepped down from actually crowning me as Miss Peach State, because she was the former Miss Peach State. Excuse me, the former, I said Peach State, I'm speaking existence. Y'all don't mess me up. Though she is a Peach State former. Sorry, let me say that. Let me back it up. She is a former Peach State. She is a former Peach State. Diamond is a former Peach State. Diamond was actually giving her give up as the former Miss Black Continental, and she actually crowned me the new Miss Black Continental at large. So she is a former. Let me not take that away. I was getting ahead of myself. Diamond Carrington is a former Miss Peach State plus. She is a former, but she actually went and competed for Miss Continental at large, and this was her step down. So she actually was able to crown me. But I just want to tell you guys the experience that I went on just the past 2 days, trying to get wardrobe together, trying to make sure that it's going to be a winning wardrobe, trying to make sure that I'm going to have everything I need to be able to be fully prepared. Going into this, I did not know. I asked questions, and I was just like, well, who's competing? Do you know of anybody competing in our division? And at the time they were like, no, they didn't know. So I was like, okay, well, if anyone does come compete, I do like competition. So, I would say I like competition to an extent. I like competition to an extent. So basically, I just put it together. I made a few phone calls, and I just was like, should I do it? And they were just like, Jasmine, we think you have what it takes. We think this is your time. Again, I don't know who's going to be at registration. I did not look. I asked. They didn't tell me. I didn't know who was doing registration until I think the day of. And it was right before I got to registration. So we had registration. It was one other girl. It was supposed to be another girl. It was supposed to be 3 of us, but it actually came down to 2 of us. And so again, shout out to Coco Chanel. She was my competitor. Again, sweetheart, it was an honor to be able to have competed against you. And let me tell you guys, I was a little nervous because Coco Chanel has been in the pageant world a little longer than me. So she has a little bit more experience than I do. So going into this, I was a little, like, okay, I don't know what she's going to come out her bag. I don't know what she's going to bring out her bag. Literally, I'm just like, you know what? Just focus on you, Jasmine. Just focus on you. Just focus on you. So we get to registration. We introduce ourselves. Then right after registration, we go into interview. Because I do speak publicly, and because I do have that very welcoming spirit, that very calm spirit, I do have an outgoing personality, but I do know how to put on my professional hat and to come across to come across my point. So got dressed for interview. I was the second one. I picked Apple number 2. So I was the second contestant. So I just was getting my thoughts together, and I was just like talking, and I was just like, Lord, this is all you. This is all you, whatever you see fit. I'm going to just go with it. If this is meant to happen, it's going to happen regardless. So I went into interview. It was 7 interviewers. Now, if you guys have never been on a interview panel, or you never actually experienced being interviewed by a panel, it can be very intimidating, because you have 7 different people in the front of you with 7 different personalities, and all of them have one common goal, and that is to see, number one, how well are you able to speak? Are you able to speak eloquently? Are you able to speak in public? Are you able to do public speaking? This all takes in consideration when we're talking about representing a system. Hey, Zamora, baby, I see you in here. I'm gonna bring you on in 1 second, okay? I got one of our court members actually came in the room, so they're actually on the Zamora. Make sure you share the live to your page, baby. So they want to see how eloquently you can speak and how well your responses are. So I'm already in my head, like, you know what, Jasmine, you got this. Jasmine, you know this is what you do. Just act like this is a walk in the park for you. So I went in, I smiled. First of all, I look good. I wish I had a picture of my registration. I look good. I look good. So I walk in, I shake each of the judges' hands, and I introduce myself. Hello, good afternoon. My name is Jasmine Nicole Royalty. Nice to meet you. Hello, I'm Jasmine Royalty. Nice to meet you. So forth and so forth. I stood at my chair. They said, you can go ahead and have a seat. All of this has been told to me going to it, so they done already prepped me of how. Again, you guys, this is my first time doing a actual pageant panel interview, so this is all new to me. All I know is what they told me going in, and I just had to apply myself. So the first interviewer, he's like, nice to meet you. He was like, so let's go ahead and get right into it. He was like, tell us about yourself. And I went from there. I basically pretty much summed up everything they were going to ask me. So I basically was just like, you know, this is my name. This is where I'm legally, this is my legal name now. This is where I was born and raised. My goals and ambitions as far as in me coming to the pageant, coming to this specific pageant, which was one of the questions. What do I do as far as in, you know, financial wise? And I explained to them my business. I put in a plug with people telling them, you know, basically how I went from something small to working for people to making it a whole business. That I actually work very closely with the youth in regards to It's Showtime. And also, I didn't even really get into Too Jazzy Designs because I felt like that's going to come at a later time when we're trying to get apparel. My court members will be able to, you know, get that. So just basically went in there. And so one of the questions that was asked of me was, what would this mean to you if you were to win tomorrow? And my answer has always been the same. And I've always said this: I'm not competing for a crown. I compete to reign. It's a difference. A lot of people miss that. They go and they get the crown, and that's it. You don't really hear from them. They're not really active. They're not really giving a king or queen. But then you have those like myself that I want to make an impression. I want to be able to say they crowned the right queen, and she actually took our system and pushed it even harder, to where I want people, when I have to step down, I want people to be like, the way she just reigned, I want to reign just like her, because that's exactly how I am. My good auntie, Chastity Hernandez, she is a former. She is beautiful, gorgeous. When I see her in Exotic, and when the time when they were reigning together, when I seen them, I said, I want to be just like her. Every time she stepped out, she was very classy. She looked the part. She looked like a queen. She looked exactly how I envisioned myself to look. So again, when I'm going into this interview, I already have my mindset of what I'm gonna say and how I'm going to answer. And you got 7 judges, so you're trying to fill them out. So out of the 7 judges, I think it was like 4 that was smiling. The other ones was just like Blake face. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna still rock it out. So I did my interview. They were very pleased with my interview. By the time I finished my interview, they were saying it was a pleasure interviewing you today, and we wish you the best. That was day one. Let me go ahead and bring Zamora on because I don't want to keep her waiting. Hi, Zamora.
Hello, I am chilling in the
Hold on,
house.
let me
So
see. Okay, gotcha. Okay, I was on mute. So I just wanted to bring you on because I didn't, in case you wanted to hop in. But Zamora is Miss Black Continental 2020, 23, 24. So Zamora, you just stepped down.
no, I don't
No,
step
you
down
still
until
current.
my step down is not until September.
Your step down. Okay, okay. Let me not say that. Excuse me. Let me get myself together. This is our current queen for Miss Continental.
Yes,
So y'all, let me make sure we got her. We have see y'all. I'm learning. It's all right. I'm learning. So it's Miss Continental plus. Excuse me. Let me go back. It's Miss Continental newcomer. It's Mr. Black Continental. Let me say it right. Miss Black Continental newcomer. Mr. Black Continental newcomer. Miss Black Continental plus or at large. Mr. Black Continental at large. So I want to make sure I get the words right. And then we also have Miss Black Continental and Mr. Black Continental.
Yes, and then you have Mr. and Miss Black Continental
Classic. A classic. Okay, and the classic, for those that don't know, classic is more of the
old hoes.
Yeah, I gonna say that, but they're more of the well seasoned. I'll say they've been seasoned.
Yes,
they have been seasoned. So I was just telling the people, and I'm grabbing some of my followers from my majoring community, and I'm grabbing followers on my pageant. And just talking about my experience and stuff, so you can just kind of chime in and tell us how your experience has been, because you are the current queen for Miss Black Continental. Her give up, you guys, as she said, her give up is in
September. We will find out a date in about we'll find out our date in about a month and a half when we give up.
And we are excited. We're going to talk about my experience, and we're going to talk about what does Miss Black Continental at large look for me this coming season, because I'm excited. This is my very first round. Even my king, he's like, when we took the picture, you guys, I was like, my king is thick. My king is big daddy. But when y'all see this, it literally, now let me tell y'all about this picture. I'm trying to put a punch. They thought this was a setup, Zamora. Because they was like, how both of y'all had on pink and both of y'all were crowned.
Trust me, when I looked at that, I was like, I said, this is unplanned, but it's cute though.
It was very unplanned, because this dress right here, I brought this as a backup. This was not my original gown for crowning. I just brought it as a backup. My original gown that I was going to wear for crowning was my blue gown that I won evening gown with at Plush.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the gown I was going to wear, but I had forgot my body, my actual my full body cat suit, and I was like, well, we have all the mesh, so I was like, I'm not gonna be able to go out there and have my undergarment showing, and I possibly get crowned, and I'm gonna get clown, and I'm gonna get shaved on, because she done, the girl got an undergarment showing, so I said, let me play it safe, let's go ahead and switch gowns. So that's why I switched that one, and they just happened to be pink, and he happened to wear it. So the first day, interview's done, we're good to go. The second day, y'all, my nerves is on edge. Y'all know I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm gonna keep it 100. My makeup artist is a cold boy. This is my makeup artist. For those that don't know, this is me and my makeup artist. This is BJ. BJ not only did my makeup, BJ also dressed me. Okay. BJ is cold. Let me tell y'all about this thing right here. He wanted me to win so bad. This Negro was literally, Zamora, he was taking super glue on my evening gown and dropping the super glue on my skin to make sure it was packed. And I was on fire. My whole back was burning. And I said, BJ, my freaking back is burning. He said, so don't care. We got to make sure that this don't come out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I was like, this is burning me. Like, come on. And he was like, don't care nothing about it. But this is my amazing makeup artist, you guys. He has been with me. BJ has painted all of my pageants except for Metro. No, he did Metro. I'm sorry, because Metro was in Jackson. So he did pay me for Metro. He didn't pay me for Charlotte, and he didn't pay me for one other pageant. But he is now my official makeup artist. Like, I'm not booking nobody else. Makeup artist. But anyway, so we get to the pageant and whatnot. I'm literally gluing my presentation. This is the presentation. I thought I was a little nervous. I tried it on. I was like, it's very fashion forward. In my opinion, it was classy. It was very, and this actually, and I'm gonna keep it 100 with you guys. This actually is my mother's. That's actually Otavia Delacroix's presentation.
Mm-hmm.
And I did rent this from her. I rented this from her, and I rented my evening gown from her. And I tried on both, and I actually loved it. My scores, even for presentation, was not bad. They just had a couple of, your dress looks a little bit too long, sort of things like that. But it wasn't really any harsh critique. It wasn't really even bad critiques. But this was my presentation. Unfortunately, presentation did not win. Coco Chanel had a little bit more than I did. She had the whole she had wore this beautiful gown, which actually could be an evening gown, but she wore this beautiful gown that was orange, yellow, and red, and it looked like it had flames coming up from the bottom. It was a fully beaded gown, and she actually came out and she had smoke from the fog machine from the back, so it looked like she was on fire. So it's very creative. It was her presentation, and she won presentation. So I couldn't top that. I was like, okay, cool. Then we move on to evening gown. Now, I did have a video evening gown, but I don't know. Let me see. I did have a video for evening gown, but anyway. So go through the categories. Now, I'm going through presentations some more. They're like, Jasmine, she playing it safe. She playing it safe. Then I went on to sportswear. Now, my sportswear, in my opinion, let me tell y'all about sportswear. Let me see if I can pull up my sport. Oh, I do have my evening gown. Let me see if I can pull up my sportswear look. Do I have sportswear in here? No, let me send my sportswear. My sportswear actually was created by Amel Love Dupree.
Love Shop Don't Stop.
Love Shop Don't Stop. Y'all hit him up for gowns, anything like that. He actually did an amazing job with this. I did the stonework. He did the applique, and I stoned my heels. I stoned my clutch. Oh, it's not gonna let me. Oh, you know what? It's gonna let me do it like this. So I'm gonna have to do it like this. So this, for those that don't know, this is my
Stop. Swing that shit. 5, 4, stop. Swing that shit. You know what it is.
Ladies, gentlemen, and judges in sportswear.
Okay, so some more looking at that video. What would you say? What would your critique? Would you have any critique? I'm gonna just be transparent. What would you say when you looked at the video?
Like with me, like I pretty much watched the whole pageant. Like, one thing it is when you become a queen of a pageant system, to be able to sit down and actually not be a part of the competition, actually sit down and watch everybody do it. Yeah. It's a whole different experience. But it's like the thing of like with me, I'm gonna be honest. I don't like the color pink. I hate the color pink with a fucking passion. Hate it. Like, but it was like, oh, that's cute. It's fuchsia and lime green. Mm-hmm. Only thing I would say, like, if like like the whole if that top part was just a jacket, and then like it had like the off angles to it, like with the shoulder pieces, that would have been sickening too. But it's like it was like just for what it was, it made sense.
Okay.
But I like the whole concept of it. It's like I would never wear those colors. I would never wear that because I don't like it. But
it was very neat. I put the color. Well, I actually put the colors together. So I put the colors together. We put the colors together, and then we decided on the applique. So I was like, I want something pink, and then I saw the velvet. I was like, pink and green. Like, okay. So I was like, those are really cute colors together. And then we saw the pink appliques, and I was like, okay, this is what we're gonna do. So he created that whole one. So that was that. Now I will let you guys see. I wish I could let you guys see my talent. From what I've been told, talent, when I got the talent was pretty much the seal the deal.
That was the only thing I didn't see.
The talent they said I did what did I did Tasha Page Lockhart's what is now I forgot the song. I did a gospel song and I did Tasha Page Lockhart's I keep want to say another song, but I did her and I know people went live because I saw the phones up. But no one seems to have the live no more, or it hasn't been posted or hasn't been text. So if anybody has the talent from Black Continental this past weekend for the girls, for Plus or for At Large, please tag me in it because I really want to see my performance because I've only been hearing what everybody has been saying. I haven't actually been able to see. I actually want to see my performance. I want to see actually what happened. But I kind of felt like I was out of my element. When I say out of my element, I was out of myself. Because anytime I do a gospel number, especially when it comes to me competing, I always pray right before I step on the stage, and I always ask God to take over me and don't let it be about me. Let him see you through me. So whatever he's going to do, it's going to come off and it's going to be portrayed. I did notice one time I looked up Zamora and I couldn't see too much, but I did see like 2 or 3 people with their hands raised. So evidently it got the point across, and the judges looked like they were really connected to the song. And then I happened to look over because P Jazz always sits in the front. So I happened to look over to my left and I saw P Jazz, and the face she had, she just kept shaking her head like that's what we've been waiting on. And so that right there just kind of solidified for me. I was like, okay, it's on now. Now, only thing I got to do is come with my evening gown. And y'all, let me tell y'all, the struggle that I have had with modeling, Zamora, it has been a journey for me because, again, getting comfortable in my skin, getting comfortable with me, just being comfortable as not, because at one point I see myself trying to be more of like the drag queen look instead of being everyday Jasmine trans woman look. And I was getting a lot of pushback because they were like, Jasmine, you're not a drag queen. You do perform in drag, but you're not a drag queen. You are a woman and you are a very beautiful woman. Work that to your advantage. And so when I got, hold on, let me take a pause break. Wait, let's go back to a presentation when I messed up on my speech.
I didn't hear it, but I watched you walk out, but then I had to go back there and get dressed because it was
baby. I did a speech, and I messed up the whole speech. I messed up my speech because I forgot what pageant I was at. So I'm like, I'm at Black Continental, and Peach State was on the tip of my side. And you know what's so crazy? It's because I've been competing in Peach State back to back. So it was like, I was like, wait. I was like, no, that's not it. I was like, Miss Plus, y'all know
the rest.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I heard that.
I was like, okay. So I feel like I was like, okay, I got kicked on it. It was funny. Soon as I get off the stage, BJ eats me up. He's like going in like, what are you doing? What are you doing, Jasmine? You are not a newcomer, girl. This is newcomer stuff. You are not a newcomer. What did I just tell you? You already on a good foot. Like he went in because he was like, you were thinking about what to say too hard, and it got the best of you, and it didn't work.
In your favor, it didn't work in your favor. Like it was like
it did not. I think honestly, according to my scores, according to the scores that are sitting right to the right of me, if I would have, it was 2 judges that took off, I think 1 or 2 points for my speech. Had they not taken them off, because some of the other judges actually gave me perfect scores. Had I would not have messed up on it, I would have won presentation too.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, when it comes to one thing I see when it comes to speeches and everything like that, right? You have to relax into it.
Yeah,
and then on top of that, when you get like when they say you could choose your, literally, like when I competed, right? I found out you could choose your own presentation music 2 hours before I had to be at the venue.
Oh wow.
And I was like, oh my gosh, no. I found out the day of newcomer, like when everybody was walking out, right? The day of classic, I found out everybody was walking out. They was like, oh, you can choose your own presentation. I said, nobody told me that. I said, really? I said, so I can walk out to anything I want to. Just getting clarification.
Anything you want to.
And they was like, they said, yeah, they said the ghetto is the better. I said, that's all I needed to know.
And that's what they say. They say sometimes ghetto, always fabulous.
So I literally walked out to Like That Bitch by Flo Milli, right? And I did like, it was like, I love that song because I feel it in my spirit every time I walk in it. And I literally walked out, like when I walked out and I got the, like, it was like me from presentation alone. Like I walked out in a fully beaded fringe rainbow dress. What? Y'all said 3, I gave you 8. And it was like, it was like, because the thing is like how you say, like, got ready for the pageant within two days, right? Mm-hmm. I got ready for the pageant within a week because I really wasn't gonna go. Wow. A lot of things was going on, and it was like I was over it. Then like people, like the flights and stuff, like people canceling out on me, like backing out and stuff like that. It was like a lot going on. And then when finally I said, you know what? Like I would say it's thanks to Unshante the Fox. Mm-hmm. She literally said, she said, girl, you going down there to Atlanta, you going down there to compete. And Tank did the same exact thing also, right? Miss Journey Davenport they said, we're gonna get you there. So they called Gerald Alexander. He said, oh, I'm leaving out on Thursday. I said, he said he's driving. I said, okay. I said, is there room for me inside his van, right? Mm-hmm. He said, you can have a whole. He said, you have a whole row to yourself. Oh, okay. He said, pack all your stuff up and you come with me, baby. We drove to. I didn't have to pay for gas. I didn't have to do none of that.
Y'all drove from Texas.
Drove from Texas to Atlanta.
Woo! Y'all was determined.
And like I didn't pay for no gas. I didn't pay for any. All I had to pay for was my hotel room and my backstage. That was it. Wow. I did my own makeup. My backstage did my hair out. Like I didn't have to really do much.
Right.
It's like I can do hair, but I didn't feel like doing my hair that weekend because that was too stressful. So. But it was just very much think of like what was meant for, like how we told you on stage was meant for you was meant for you. Yeah, and I definitely feel that. Yeah, and very like when I tell you, majority of the court, it was Diamond's first time around winning, LaJohn's first time around winning, Stacey's first time around winning, Lee Vintage first time around winning, Journey, me, all of it was even the new newcomers, Mr. J. Albert. And Miss Asia, it's all their first times around, and they won their first time around.
And this was my first time too.
Yeah, so like I told y'all at registration, it only takes one time to win.
Yeah, that's you did say that. And I think, like I said, I think it's very intimidating because it's honestly like when I'm sitting here listening, and I'm like, I'm literally at registration some more, and I'm like, I hear the devil talking. Like I literally I'm in my head, and he's telling me to walk out. Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna keep it 100 with y'all. I'm literally sitting in registration, and I'm like, is this going to be worth it? Mind y'all, I've already sent my money for my makeup artist and my dresser. I've already paid for my gowns that I was wearing for the pageant. Pay my rental fee. I did not want to feel like that was going in vain. So literally he's sitting here telling me that this is not going to be what you want. The turnout is not going to be what you want. The results are not going to be what you want. So why are you here? And I remember after we had paid our money and stuff, I went to the bathroom, and I had to grab like some tissue because I was just like, I don't know. I just was feeling funny. And I just like turned around, and like the tears just started flowing. I was like, God, I don't, if this is not where I'm supposed to be, give me a sign. And he didn't say nothing. So when I went into interview and I saw the judges' face, and it wasn't like they were blank per se. It was more over like they were like their face was very fresh. Like it was calm. And I kind of felt like, okay, this is going to go where I want it to go. Jasmine, just be yourself. And I was very, very attentive to their questions. I answered their questions the best of my ability. And I remember, what my mother told me. She was like, when you're talking to them, look at each judge, look at each interviewer, so they know that you're connected. Don't just look at the one that asked the question. Look at each of them. Make eye contact with each of them so they can feel what you're saying. And what I also noticed, you guys, when it comes to pageantry, the easiest thing you can do to make those judges and I have a hard time making eye contact with people. I've always had the issue. I'm a Cancer, so I have trust issues. So that kind of goes without saying. But what I've also noticed in competing is when you tap into yourself and you look the judges in your face, especially when it comes to talent, it gravitates them. Because a lot of times you see the girls and the guys competing, they don't really look at the judges. They're looking behind their heads. They're looking at the audience members. But you have to remember that you have to remind yourself that the audience is not picking. The judges is the ones that's making the decision. So when you could, it don't matter if they don't say nothing. If you're impressing the judges, the scores is going to if they know what they're doing. But anyway, got the talent. Talent took over. I felt it. I heard the screams, but I was out of my element. I was out of myself. And I just knew, like, when I went backstage, it was like, Jasmine, they were like, just do your evening gown. You've already completed your goal. You basically have won the pageant. That's all I kept hearing in the back was like, you just did what needed to be done. You just fulfilled your mission. So when I came to evening gown, this was the result of evening gown. And I did happen to win evening gown, you guys. And again, I have never modeled like this. Samora, I have never modeled like this. I have never had a gown like this. So when I sit back and look at it, y'all don't know how many times I have played this video over and over again, trying to look for things that I messed up on. And this is what happened.
Oh, you dropped it. Take your time.
All right, Jazz.
Ladies, gentlemen, and judges, an evening gown competition closing out tonight's competition. She is contestant number 2, and her name is Jasmine Nicole Royalty.
So at that point, let me tell y'all about that. So I heard everybody's gasp. I heard everybody like it was just like it was the beginning. Like, Zamora, did you catch it?
Yeah.
When you was there watching, so you heard it. What was your response when you saw me turn around?
It was the thing of I'd watch, like, one thing you could tell, like, once you finally got out there, you seen all your anxiety leave. As soon as you walk to that middle, you seen it just whew.
Yeah.
Because I'm an evening gown girl. Hands down. Like, it's one of those things, like, you gonna have to fight me to beat me in evening gown. Like, because model, like, because it's the thing of like how they say you're a woman, feel your woman when you're in evening gown, right?
Yeah.
Baby, when I say like you sat up there, you breathed. Like, the other time when you went to this front of the stage, you stood there, you took your time, you didn't rush through it. You made sure everything was okay, and then you just felt it.
Yeah. And
it was like when you feel yourself and you feel your you could tell how confident you was in that gown. Because the thing is, like, you was in a gorgeous color on your skin. Your hair was done, your makeup was done. You look very lovely. You look nice. You look nice. It was very so it's like you did everything that you needed to do.
Correct.
And me, like, I'm very much one of those people. It's sad to say, I'm very much one of those people. Like, I love watching evening gown and anything dealing with sportswear, swimwear. I like all the clothes categories, all of them. And when I competed, right? When I got, let's see, interview with me, it was a tie for interview with contestant number 2 and 3, right? And I was right behind them. I was down by interview by 2 points. That's it. And I won swimwear, I won evening gown, and I won presentation, and I got second in talent.
Wow. So you was already in there.
I pretty much won. I like there was a thing of my backstage. If you Chanel Corday, she said, "Good, you just won all the clothes categories." I said, "What you expect?" I said, "Y'all know, I don't BS when it comes to my clothes. Like it's like
right.
And my biggest thing is also like even with me, like when me just there this weekend, right? The past weekend, I was gonna look the way I was gonna look.
Yeah.
Like it was like hell. Like me, like I always said, like with me, I'm my biggest critiquer.
Yeah.
And my best friend is too, because it's like that's like my twin sister. Like we critique everything about ourselves.
Right.
When she seen me in my green presentation, she said, "I know you. How much money you spend just for presentation?"
Okay.
She was like, for the opening. She said you with this opening look on. How much did you spend just for this dress and the whole look? I was like,
it was a free point.
for me to stay in this thing all the problem, like I had it on for maybe less than 30 minutes in total. Baby.
Yeah. Boo.
It hit almost a good 9. It almost hit a good 9 on me.
But you know it's an investment.
Yeah, exactly. Because that dress and all that jewelry that I bought for that dress is about to be now put into a promo picture that I'm getting done next week.
An investment. It's an investment. And I think a lot of times when I sit back and look at the pageants, even when I go, a lot of people try to cut corners. You just basically psyched yourself out cutting corners because you could have easily got those extra points had you would have went the extra mile.
Right. It's like, I'm sorry. It's either you're gonna look. It's like I was saying.
It's no in between. You either gonna have it or you're not.
Cheap drag ain't good, and
good drag ain't cheap.
And
and
I always go to the good drag ain't cheap part, because baby, I'm always gonna spend my money where I need to put it in.
Yeah.
And with it, even with the whole point of like when I watched LaJohn and Diamond them give up, and it put into reality already in my head, right?
Even with Tank, even with Journey, she was flawless. She was so beautiful for her step down. I was like, oh my God. Like, and I done hit up her poppy. I done hit up Michael, her poppy, her dad. I said, Poppy, you're going to be one of the people that I'm going to hire to make Big House, because he made her whole give up.
Yeah, and like the thing is, like with me, I said, like, for me to sit back and think about it, we just did at large and newcomers give ups, right? And we got our new court in. I said, Zamora, your give up will be here sooner than you think about it.
Yeah.
Because I'm already starting on my give up gown. Like, my give up gown actually just got started on this week. And I'm like, oh my God.
It is real.
And I said, I know I'm going to cry. I said, but the thing is, I said, I told my king already, I said, I'm going to let you know, don't touch me while I'm up there. Please don't touch me. Because I said, because it's like, when you have a thing of, especially during your reign, you get that seal of approval of you've done your job as a queen.
Yeah.
And me this past weekend alone, I even said back, like, I was on my phone with my best friend, right? And I had a vulnerable moment. Like with me, I don't cry, I don't do none of that. I'm hard as nails. Like I literally it was the thing of I've never felt so much love and appreciation. Like me getting so much like admiration, so much like this is you're reigning. Like you showing that you're reigning.
Right.
Every time with me just walking around tipping, you can see that I was the reigning queen. Yeah, there was no questions about it. You go at, they're gonna be like, who does that? No, that's Miss Black Continental. That's her?
Yeah.
And it's like, and like I literally say, me coming to the Black Continental family, me being welcomed into the Black Continental family with P. Jasmine, our executive controller, Miss Diamond, the legendary controller, Mr. Red, all of them. It's like when I say that is my forever now family.
Yeah.
And when I tell you they're gonna show you why they are family, and after we will show you why we are family, we gonna argue, we gonna fuss, we gonna fight. But the thing is, it's all out of love, and we want to make sure everybody looks correct. We want to make sure everybody feels their love and admiration. It's like even welcoming the newcomers, like when they first night there, right?
Yeah. Oh, Sunday.
I fell in love with them immediately.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
like with me,
I knew Aisha because that's Emil Dupree. That's Tamara Love Dupree. That's Tamara Dupree's daughter.
yeah,
I already knew Aisha. And then I met Jay. I fell in love with Jay when he was competing in the other pageants. And I thought Jay was like mixed. I just found out that Jay ain't nothing but black.
right.
Our newcomer king ain't nothing but black. But it's the way he presents himself. He's so short and cute. He's very nice looking. And that man can perform his butt off. I'm like, oh my God. So when I saw him compete for the first, I was like, you are so handsome. He was like, thank you, beautiful. I was like, and I think, was it? No. I think he was just performing well, but it was amazing to just meet. And again, so we already had built that bond going in. I actually officially met Aisha at Black Con this weekend, but she's been on my Facebook, so
and
you know,
me like a male like Miss Love Shot Don't Stop. She makes some of my stuff also, right? She makes a lot of my things that I have also. Like it's like when I messaged her, I said, wait a minute, I said Dupree, Florida.
Yep.
I immediately messaged her when I got back to the room, back to my hotel. I said, is this your daughter? She said, yes, it is. I said, you ain't told me nothing.
Ain't so nothing. So you guys, we got through eating the gown. And this is where it actually came down to the get down. Now, you guys, before I play this video, I'm
about to hop off and try to sit back up my house because I still ain't unpacked.
Okay.
But it was nice. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
Welcome in the Elegant Controller.
Thank you, the Elegant. That is my controller name, y'all. The Elegant Controller, and I'm gonna show y'all why. This season when I reign, why I'm the Elegant, not the Elegant, the Elegant. But thank you,
Elegant Controller, baby. And I am the Porcelain Controller.
And y'all, if y'all see her painted, go to her page. Y'all will see why she calls herself the Porcelain Controller. Because baby, when she's painted, she's painted like a porcelain doll. But all right, baby, I'll talk to you soon. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. All right, you guys. So we've now come to this part, and then I'm gonna wrap it up because we already an hour in. I'm gonna wrap it up, you guys. This was the result, and this is what actually got me what y'all see now.
My two ladies, y'all please step forward. Y'all give our two young ladies a round of applause. They have done a phenomenal job tonight. I know you have your favorites, but we want to make sure we respect each and every one of them. In the category that you did not see tonight, an interview that was held yesterday, your interview winner was Jasmine Nicole Royalty. Our presentation winner was Coco Chanel de Mornay. Who has sportswear? Y'all can give that to Coco Chanel de Mornay. And we're going into placements because the winner of the pageant won evening gown and talent. Your first runner-up this evening is Coco Chanel de Mornay, and your new Miss Black Continental at Large, winning evening gown and talent. She is the one and only Jasmine Nicole Royalty.
So you guys can understand that feeling. That was the most amazing. The thing about it is, it's kind of like when you guys go and compete at competitions. You never know. You think that you've given your best, but you don't know if your best was good enough. In this moment here, I felt validated. I felt vindicated. I felt like everything that I went through last year all had me prepare for this moment. I have taken back the critiques. I have looked at my score sheets, even if I did not really understand or really agree with the critiques. I still took them with stride and I applied them. And what I have noticed on this pageantry journey is, and what the judges have seen, that I have constantly kept being determined. I was constantly determined, and I kept doing pageants, and I kept competing. Because I felt like this right here was just the icing on the cake for what is to come. Now, I don't know if you guys are really understand what this means for me. Lady Jazz will be doing appearances. I will be working very closely with Community Give Back. I will be being booked to do national walks at other pageants, which means that is a booking for me. My promoters pay for me to go and do a walk to represent my title and represent my system. I will be in glorious hair. I will be in elegant gowns. I will be performing at these pageants. It is so important to keep your faith and trust in God. Even when other people say you don't need to do it no more, it ain't worth it, it's not giving. Whatever those people say, it's always in His timing. And this just so happens, again, you guys, I did not really spend anything on this pageant. I rented my presentation and my evening gown. My other two pieces I had already had. So literally the only thing that I paid for was my makeup artist and my dresser and my rental and my entry fee into the actual pageant. And of course, my backup singers for my talent. That's it. And to have come out to be able to say that you are now the 2024 Miss Black Continental at Large or Plus, however people want to speak it, because the same thing. It is like a breath of fresh air. Like, you guys, this right here has been the most unexplainable couple of days. And I don't know if you guys really, it's almost like when a team has worked so hard to compete and win grand champion, and they finally go to a competition and they win grand champion after all the hard work. That is the feeling that I had. I felt like a champion. I felt like all of my hard work, all of the letdowns, all of the disappointments, all of the days and the nights that I just was like, you know what, this is stupid. Why are you doing this? Why are you still investing into this? What is the why are you doing it? And literally to be able to get ready and be fully prepared for this pageant in 2 days said so much. So I'm like, if I could prepare for a pageant in 2 days, that's enough in itself to say you have definitely, you know what you're doing. And we made it official that I now belong to the House of Delacroix. So my mother, Octavia Delacroix, is my mother. She is my drag mother. So I now have a drag mom. She is so excited. And y'all, if y'all don't know, this is my drag mom. This was our picture. This was right after I had won. We made it official. She came and hugged me. And at this moment right here, after I was crowned, I started breaking down really bad. She's a Cancer. Her birthday is July 17th. So her birthday is a few days after mine. We had always talked, had conversations every time we seen each other at pageant. It was nothing but this. It was nothing but love. This is all we would do, was just love on each other. And I am now her drag mom, or her drag daughter. That is my drag mom. And it says a lot, because it says that someone actually saw something in you so great that they want to help birth even the more. She sees something in me, and she wants to birth it even more. She wants to be, and she is also a former. She's a title holder. She holds many titles of pageant systems. She is a former of Sweetheart. But this right here, this bond right here, is about to be just crazy. I am so excited to see us just in a family together. She is going to be right by my side. She actually was. She made sure she was there for my first performance. I did my first performance last night at Bulldogs. This was my gown. I have never worn this gown. I bought this gown from Love Shop. This gown was, I said, when I win my crown, that's the gown that I want to perform. And that's me and my newcomer king, Jay Albert. This is the gown that I was going to wear for my first performance as a queen. And as you guys can see, I am very happy. I am very ecstatic. This whole experience for me has been an experience in itself. I still cannot believe that I prepared myself and got prepared for this pageant within 2 days. I decided to do this pageant on Friday, and Sunday was the pageant, you guys. So I'm going in sight unseen. All I know was I had a beautiful evening gown. I had a amazing talent. I knew talent was not going to be my weakness. Talent, especially when it comes to gospel, my talent is always going to be there. That's just what I know. And then it was just, the only other thing was interview, and I knew I could talk to people. So it's about to be it's going to be a whole nother world for me. I've already been getting phone calls and inboxes from other pageant systems that have invited me to their pageant to come and perform and to walk. When I go on walk of recognition, I basically do what I did presentation, introduce myself, but this time I introduce myself as your new Miss Black Continental Plus 2024. And that is now my title. So this is going to be an amazing journey. I want to take you guys on this journey with me. So if you guys do not follow me on my entertainment page, Jasmine Royalty, please do so. I'm going to try to toggle between Jasmine Lopez and Jasmine Royalty page just to kind of give you guys an update. But if you guys want to, just send me a friend request on Jasmine Royalty page so we can stay connected on that side so you guys can see. I mean, I would love to see some of my supporters out if I'm in your city, whether that be Memphis or that be Jackson, Mississippi, or that be Louisiana. I am going to literally try to make sure that I stay vigilant and that I stay visual and I stay seen in the pageant community, because I definitely want to be the standard that they expect for me to be. And I'm going to do that. I'm called the elegant controller for a reason. So you guys stay tuned. This again has been an absolute amazing experience. If you guys again want to come and see me perform, please make sure y'all have y'all tips, because we depend on not only y'all yells, but we depend on y'all tips to tip. Also, you guys, if y'all want to bless the queen with a tip or a love gift of your own, anything that you guys give, I do have a new Cash App at the bottom. So my new Cash App is Lady Jazz L, like Jasmine Lopez, Lady Jazz L. So if you guys, and y'all see my profile picture on it, so y'all know it's me. But if you guys would like to congratulate me by sending a love gift, that would be so appreciative, because I have to start getting ready to get gowns made. I still have to start getting ready for hair pieces. You guys, if y'all love me, if y'all support me, if y'all definitely have me in your hearts, and whatever is placed in your heart, it could be $20, it could be $50, $100, or it could be even more. Whatever you guys decide to give is definitely going to be appreciative, because not only am I investing in me, I'm investing back into the majorette community, because I'm going to be introducing It's Showtime. 2025 will be the birthing of It's Showtime scholarship pageant, where the girls the ones that are getting ready to either age out, or the ones, we'll have different divisions. So we'll have the small baby division, then we'll have the junior teen division, and then we will have the teen division. And all these are scholarships. So basically what happens is we'll be giving back to them. So basically, if they're under a certain age, we'll give it to the parent, and the parent can use it as they see fit. It's a scholarship. So if you guys want to start a scholarship fund for your babies, you could do that. This is something that's going to be amazing for the majorette community in a whole. And I cannot wait to introduce it to you guys. That's why it was very important that I made the statement that even when you don't win, you keep coming back and competing. And now that I know what it feels like to compete, and I feel what defeat is, but I also now know what a win is. I know what a victory feels like if you keep being determined, if you keep just pushing. So again, you guys, please, by all means, if you guys can give to the Cash App, that would be great. If you guys want to give via Zelle, you guys can send me a DM and I can provide you with my Zelle information. If you guys want to give Venmo or PayPal, I can also provide those to you guys as well. I also have Apple Pay. So if you guys have Apple Pay, I can definitely give you that information so you guys can Apple Pay me, because again, this is going to be a journey, but it's going to be an expensive journey. It's going to be an expensive journey. So I'm excited. I'm excited for the journey. I'm excited to be able to come to you guys and say once again that I am your new Miss Black Continental Plus 2024, and it's going to be an amazing reign. So you guys, thank y'all so much for hanging out with me. All my supporters that was watching the live on Jasmine Royalty page, mwah, I love you guys so much. I seen a couple of them come in the room when I was talking, and then all of my amazing supporters over here on my Jasmine Lopez page from the Majorette community. I love you guys so much. Thank y'all so much for continuously supporting me and continuously rocking with me. There is a whole nother world that I'm about to be introduced to, and there's a whole nother opportunity that I'm going to present to the Majorette community, because I want to be able to give my community service give back. And that is one of the things that I am passionate about, is giving back to my beautiful Majorette girls and my handsome Majorette guys. So please be prepared. Again, the pageant is not only going to be locked down to females or the girls, it's also going to be open to the boys, elementary school to high school. So y'all get ready. When I tell y'all we're going to go on a journey, I'm going to expand It's Showtime. And Showtime is not just going to be about dance competitions no more with me. It's Showtime is going to be expanded to pageantry. So then for them to be able to learn how to speak eloquently, for them to be able to know how and understand what it means to be able to do public speaking, to be able to articulate themselves in front of other people, in front of dignitaries, in front of other people. That is what we're going to be doing. We're going to be building those babies up, so when they do go out into the real world, they are going to be able to sustain themselves, and they do understand and do know what it feels like to go through the hard times and what it feels like to be a winner. That's what we're going. That's going to be the purpose and the drive for the pageantry. For It's Showtime, it's going to be the drive to be able to help them and mold them and help the parents. And this is going to be also for the parents. This is going to be a big help to the parents, to be able to help them and give them that help that they may not be experienced to. This is what this is all about. This is not, it's time out for, and I don't want to go there, and I'm going to get up off of it, but it's not going to just be about dance competition. We have to take a stand and be able to push our babies into another type of arena. Let it not just be bogged down to just majorette dancing competitions. No. That's not what we're going to do. We're going to give them more. We're going to provide them a different experience. We're going to give them something else. We want the babies to get excited about going to compete, to be able to have the different categories. They have the evening wear category. They have their talent category, and then they have their presentation category. They can win crowns. They can win tiaras. They can win money. It's going to be an amazing. And so I want you guys to be prepared. When the flyer drops, I want y'all to go crazy in the Majorette community. I want y'all to go stupid. I want you guys to be excited, because this is going to open up doors not only for It's Showtime, but it's also going to be opening doors up for your kids as well, to be able to start preparing them for their college futures. So again, you guys, I love y'all guys so much. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate you guys so much. If you have any questions, or if you guys are interested in signing your kids up, like I said, once the flyers drop, it's on y'all. Y'all pay y'all registration. I'm booking the venue, and it will be hosted here in Atlanta, Georgia. So you guys be on the lookout for the flyer for the 2025 It's Showtime pageant. It's Showtime Productions scholarship pageant. It will be dropping this year, so you guys have plenty of time to get prepared for your presentation look. You got time to get ready, and presentation is going to be however creative you want. Presentation is going to just be like you're creative. You're going to get creative. Your child's going to get creative. What are they going to bring? What are they going to do? How are they going to model? We're going to be looking at how well they model, how well they're able to speak. They're going to have to speak your presentation. We're going to ask them a question to answer. We're going to do everything that we do over here in the adult pageantry. We're going to give that to the kids, so that way we can be able to train them up. Because obviously, if y'all know the word of God, it says, train up a child as the way they should go, so when they get older, they will not depart from it. And that's exactly what our slogan is going to be. We are going to train up a child in the way that it's supposed to, so when they get older, they will not depart from it. So I thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. This is amazing. I can't wait for you guys to see what's to come. And again, we'll see you guys very, very soon. And like I said, be on the lookout. Be on the lookout for myself in a city coming near you, because baby, I'm trying to touch every city I can touch. New Orleans, Louisiana, which is Diamonds of the South. So if you're in the New Orleans, Louisiana area, I will be trying to get that booked. Memphis, Tennessee, I know definitely we're coming to Memphis soon to do our walk at one of the pageants there. And then Jackson, Mississippi, that's going to be another one. I got invited to Miami, Florida. So Miami, Florida is going to be another one as well. So it's just going to be amazing. And I can't wait for you guys to take this journey with me. So again, you guys, thank y'all so much for hanging out with me. And we will see you guys very, very soon.